Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Triangle strategy. So we are going to continue my playthrough here that I started a couple hours ago. Now that I am fed and everything, I'm good to go for a little bit. So let's do this. Having routed the bandits, Serenoa and his retinue make their way back to Castle Wolfort. Alright. So we did do the kind of the little side quest thing.
Welcome back, the both of you.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
None to speak of, aside from Eridor here. But what else is new?
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord safe?
Oh. News travel fast.
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so? Or can't you see that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first place?
There is no cause for concern, Eridor. Besides, I'm not a child anymore.
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind. And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
You
I'm
are pretty
Frederica.
perceptive.
It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolfort. This is Eridor, Master-at-Arms and commander of our military forces.
Well, I hope he joins. He sounds like a frontline battler. I need one more of those. At the very
You'll
least.
be the lady of House Wolfort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
If you require anything, just say the word.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same. And from this day on, they're your family as well.
I am aware that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolfort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
My lord, your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for tomorrow's festivities with Anna and Eridor.
Lady
What's a
Frederica,
man at
pray
arm
come with me.
to do with a
Father is
wedding
expecting
ceremony?
us.
Ooh. Alright, so I have two more characters. Anna's aptitudes in battle strike enemies from the shadows. Oh, so she's a rogue type. Can always use one of those. Alright, so he's a tank. Alright. We're starting to have a little party here.
As you are well aware, there are two events of utmost importance to be conducted before Lord Serenoa and his bride are wed.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
You You can thank King Regna for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the three nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations. The Holy State of Hyzant will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven. And our own Lord Simon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate and meet with the two before the ceremony. Yes?
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolfort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day. The tourney! Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the greatest warriors from all the realm clashing swords.
From Esfrost, the much-renowned General of Laura. And from Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshall. I have heard much of his prowess as well.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear. Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hosts. They'll need it to beat House Wolfort.
On that matter,
We'll see about that.
There are two things I should make clear. Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member of House Wolfort's contingent.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his own arms master?
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that, but King Regna would not allow it.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way in. Well, it's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said we're free to put together our own contingent after all. I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to Esfrost and Hyzant.
Doubtless so. Very well. I shall inform the prince that he is welcome in our ranks.
Good.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Simon's health.
Indeed. Sadly, the Lord of the House is in no condition to participate in the tourney. Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serenoa will have to fight in his Lord Father's stead.
Lord Simon. I suppose age takes its toll on even the mightiest of men. So be it then. You can leave watching over the young lord and Prince Roland to me.
Good. I remind you that while this is a joyous occasion, all of our attendees have their own reasons for coming. Let us not give them an opportunity to catch us unaware.
We'll try our best. Hopefully it's gonna be enough. Alright, so that was mostly another NPC talking type of thing. I have to look everywhere to make sure I'm not missing a subplot or something. Lord Simon, head of House Wolfort, welcomes Frederica into his home, both as his future daughter-in-law and a symbol of Glenbrook and Acefrost's unity. Looks like it might just be NPC talking again. Oh, I forgot to look at my new members.
Father, I bring to you my betrothed, the Lady Frederica.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House Esfrost.
Ho ho, the pleasure is all mine.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolfort, the Saltiron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl. You are tired from your journey, I am sure. Pray rest easy tonight.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Oh ho! I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
Pray forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power, Hyzant was left with little choice but to join the alliance. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine. And House Wolfort, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king. If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations,
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse,
we could be cast away like pawns.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolfort name.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
Uh-oh.
Father!
Lord Simon!
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was. For this reason and more, I have made my decision.
I'm there with you, man. Getting older, your health is just...
As of this day, I abdicate my position as Lord of House Wolfort. You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
Dang.
But, Father, I am not ready to...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully, then take action. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did me.
Thank you, Father. I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
Not sure I'm a fan of the sound that's kind of like somebody tapping their foot when the 3 dots are showing up.
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. There are many who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own scheme. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife, but also as your own person. This is House Wolfort's entreaty, and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. It was my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Jagan and Minister Lila have arrived.
Alright.
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord of the House.
Something tells me something's gonna go
Tomorrow's
wrong.
ceremony will mark the beginning of yours, my son.
It's funny, it's...
And after that will be your wedding. Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
It's funny, it's 2 games that I started recently that I'm playing concurrently that start with a wedding ceremony that might not go quite as planned. Although in Rise of the Third Power, we are the ones disrupting it. Wow, chapter 1's already done. Yes, I will save my game.
Years after the Salt Iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of precious minerals was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. From east to west, joy swept the land. United at last in common cause, the kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the holy state of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth, with each nation providing expertise and resources. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era of tranquility in this long embattled realm. One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success, the first step on the road to peace. Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolffort. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolffort from his father Simon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
To arms, brave warriors.
Welcome to Castle Wolffort, Minister Lila. Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it not for your nation's generous efforts, this venture would never have come to fruition.
You are too kind, Lord Simon. You too have served an invaluable role in this. Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite the surprise. None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of Esfrost. I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask, how did this arrangement come to be?
Through evil machinations.
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Archduke. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not already know.
And this is your son, as I recall.
Sarah Noah Wolford, at your service, Minister.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us all. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolfort in Sarah Noah's capable hands.
You're abdicating your position?
What the hell?
Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. Nonetheless, I am happy for you both. I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new Lord Wolfort, as will I.
Pray, go easy on the boy, my lady.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be in attendance.
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels. As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to learn how great discoveries are made.
Sometimes by accident.
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone seen him?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes? I see we share an innate curiosity for new places.
The banquet will begin soon. I shall seek him out and escort him there.
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House. Our guests are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations. Take care not to cause offense.
Of course, Father.
Multiple phases in addition to story scenes and battles. There will also be an exploration phase. Interact with people around you, obtain items, review mechanisms, intern features that may serve you in battle, and more. Alright, maybe it's time to look at Anna the Spy, aka Rogue. Oops, wrong button. Distractions. I love how you can see what the abilities you're gonna get further down the line are, but you don't exactly have a description of what it is that they're gonna do. Weapon, the kite shield. Yeah, you're a tanker at range. Power. save. Alright, let's talk to people. Been tasked with attending you at the ceremony tomorrow, my lord. May it be a joyous occasion for all. I'm eager to hear your speech, and even more eager to see you triumph at the tourney. Whoa, don't put too much pressure on me. It's my wedding day and I have to win a tournament? Jesus. Since you may have some questions regarding this joint mining venture, allow me to enlighten you. Combining the expertise and manpower of Norzelia's 3 nations, this mine will unearth a newly discovered vein of iron. We hope this will prove beneficial for all parties, providing wealth and prosperity in equal measure. It is said Lord Dragan's knowledge of iron working is peerless. I could think of none more suited to oversee the mine's development. Oh, we can go in houses and everything. That's cool. Is there stuff in, like, barrels and everything? Hard to tell for sure. I heard tell Prince Roland is shrinking his duties at the castle once again. Thank heavens that shiftless child isn't in line for the crown. Hey, now, that's my friend. He's the only one with a horse as well. Might want to pay him some respect. I need him. Woohoo! Okay, so there are things that are hidden. Alright, I like that. Sleepy. We enjoy now. One would never think that, but 30 years ago our realm was engulfed in war. The Self-Iron War seems not but a far-off nightmare now. I cannot get in there. Oh, that's Anna, isn't it? By your request, Benedict and I shall take part in the tourney. May we bring victory to Household Fort. Added Marvels of Norzelia Volume 12. Who knows where you're going on, but it will help you better understand Norzelia and its history. Alright, so there's some lore. Volume 8. Greetings, my lord. My friends and I are playing hide and seek. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna be reading that on stream. Might be a little much. The game is already pretty heavy with NPC dialogues and everything. Oh, okay, so there's like a... I thought, yeah, there's a little shiny thing. There's nobody here, just a kitty cat. Not a whole lot going on over here. There's been nothing amiss, my lord, on a dark, quiet day. Get in that house either. My husband works from dawn till dusk at the port, lifting crates and who knows what else. It's honest work, too, and the backbone of our livelihoods besides. There is no rest for a young lordling. All eyes will be upon you in the coming days. Frederica and I shall make every effort to learn the lay of the land so that we might share the weight of your duties. Okay, I see another recovery pet. Now I'm regretting buying some. I should have saved my money. Oh, I saw a shiny. Ooh, 300. I don't know that it's gold, but 300 currency, I guess. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to talk to the people with exclamation marks. Right, maybe I should. Wait, is that the last layer? Yeah, it is the last. Okay. Most esteemed personage from each nation will be attending the ceremony. I hear a veritable melting pot of politics. Such an opportunity to meet and speak with your peers must not be wasted, my lord. I still can't believe Travis and his feral spawn attacked your dear bride-to-be like that. I'm just glad we got there before any real harm could be done, my lord. A lot of folk have come to town for the ceremony. I even saw a man earlier wandering about in wide-eyed wonder. The stone prosperous, and its people have faith in their lord, an impressive achievement by my experience. You are too kind, Lord Dragon. Oh, my apologies, but you are? The apology should be mine. I'm Sereno Wolfort. I've come to remind you to return to the castle before the banquet begins. Certain parties were quite insistent. Of course, I appreciate the consideration. I would like to explore the town a while longer, but rest assured I shall be punctual in my arrival. I must make ready for the wedding ceremony. What gift would best suit the union that you and Lady Frederica? It's an impossible choice. Perhaps an audience with Lord Simon will spark inspiration. I like money. Can scarce remember the last time Glenbrook was host to such a marvelous tourney. Who among the nations will win glory, which will be known as the fiercest in all Narzelia? I mean to be there when history is made. I saw something sparkle over here. Another HP recovery pellet. They're being generous with them. Are we going to have our butts handed to us? Is that what's going to happen? I saw sparkly here. I guess not. Alright, I think it's time to talk to the... I'm guessing those are quests or something that's going to advance story or something, so... We'll start with the little girl here. We're playing hide and seek till Dad comes home. I need to find a place to hide, and quick. Oh god. Alright. Again, I'm choosing things randomly here because I'm the adequate random gamer, so sometimes I don't want to decide. Alright, first choice. Take care not to hurt yourself. Your father wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. I will. I got awful mad when I climbed up on the rooftops. Awful mad. That anger comes from a place of concern. I'm not saying you shouldn't tie, but promise you'll keep your safety in mind. Hey, I promise with my lord is as good as gold. They would be glad to hear it. Alright. It's just like him to gallivant off with no reward of farewell. So I suppose this is a chance to become acquainted with my future home. How would you describe your town, Sereno? It's a dump. Last choice. Wolfort is nestled safely behind the castle walls. It is a town at peace and sets an example for the rest of the kingdom. There you go. And the people are thankful to their lord for that, I am sure. There are always threats to the peace, however, as your encounter with the bandits proved. Of course, simply ensuring the smallest amount of safety must be a daunting task in itself. You have given me much to consider. I'm not sure if it's a good thing. Did I go in that house? I think I did. But I'm gonna go and double check just to make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah. We've been here. I think we're done. Pretty sure I went everywhere. Gathered items. Talked to people. Nothing makes me more happy than to go and plunder the house of the common folks. Alright, so conclude exploration. The banquet will begin soon. Lord Dragon and I had best not arrive late. That's right. Gotta be there in time for the battle that's coming. I can sense it. Something's gonna go awry. At the banquet.
I thank you for your hospitality today, Lord Serenoa.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord Dragan?
Quite. Its people are full of life and love for their lord. That says all I need to know about House Wolfort.
You honor us with your words.
I am only being frank. Frederica is the sister of the Archduke, after all, and my cousin besides.
Alright, let me look up something. No, I'm not cheating or anything, but... maybe not. Alright, I can't find the information that I was looking for, so we're not gonna worry about it anymore. I apologize for that. I was looking for something.
I would not see her marry into an
The
unworthy house.
voice actor for
Suffice to say,
Dragan
my
sounded
expectations were
familiar. I was
exceeded.
trying to figure out if I was right, but I cannot find the right information, so I will keep it to myself.
I have heard much of your ingenious contributions to the mining efforts. I sense prosperous days are ahead of us.
As do I. Finally, our nations enter into an age unfettered by war. With Esfrost's iron, Hyzan's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit to what we can achieve. We must regard each other as equals, and forge mutually beneficial relationships.
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already mutually beneficial?
I need not imply anything. The salt tax you claim makes my case more than clear.
Ooh.
Bold words from one so young. Is that how peers speak to one another?
Perhaps the young ones, yes. What do you think, Lord Serenoa?
Ooh.
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in Hyzant. By allying with Esfrost, do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental beliefs?
Of course not, Minister. We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt. And we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see fit.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Though it strikes me that your words are measured.
You needn't be so non-committal, Lord Serenoa. It is only reasonable that the three of us have differing opinions on the matter. However, that is all the more reason for us to be open to frank discussion.
Honored guests, pray forgive my son. We of House Woldfort are but simple warriors. I'm afraid matters of finance and politics do not come to us naturally. This, however, I can say. We will fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever it may be. Of course, we do not enjoy conflict. Still, we will not hesitate to defend our land and our people should the need arise. No matter how mighty the threat, we will fight for home and kingdom.
Yes, Lord Simone. Of that we are keenly aware.
I apologize if I spoke out of turn. But the fact remains that as every winter passes, the tension between our nations grows, and salt is the cause. The common folk have all but forgotten its taste. I simply want to ease their suffering.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few. All those who live require it, not just those lucky enough to be born within the borders of our holy state.
You agree with me then?
How I feel matters little. In Hyzant, the word of the goddess, as conveyed to us from the lips of the Hierophant, is absolute. But perhaps this joint mining venture of yours may lead to the change you seek.
Indeed, we must set our gazes to the future. All of us. I expect you will be the ones to usher us into a new era.
Yes, Father.
Again with the pressure. Now I am to be wed. I have to win a tournament. Now I am to be a hero. It's tough. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and save. Not a lot of battling so far. Speak to their father. Alright, so let's do this. Children of the crown speak of their father, King Ragnar. My allergies are killing me. My nose itches like
Father spoke
crazy.
Not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear I might forget the sound of his voice.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Yes, of course, brother.
You
speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patria.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
The hell they are.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
Dang. The news traveled fast.
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord.
Man, they must have cell phones in that game.
Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind. Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants. They're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
I have a feeling I'm gonna have to kick your ass eventually.
Once. You frighten me.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
To train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to kick this guy's ass.
I yield.
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs on your mind.
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength. After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Serenoa is a worthy training partner.
Oh, you're too kind.
Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior worthy of your family's legacy.
Sir Maxwell, Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes I wish I'd been born your son instead.
Surely you jest, Your Highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
Apologies. I forget myself. I must have taken quite a blow. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow. Be well, Sir Maxwell.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
was wrong. It looks like the banquet is going to end without any incidents. The banquet ends without incident, and everyone breathes a sigh of relief. Dragan, however, has something on his mind. It's a lot of storytelling so far.
Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes.
Oh god, that's why you have something on your mind. You're drunk, buddy.
You are too kind, Lord Dragan.
You're also too drunk.
And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
Lady Frederica.
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity and kind.
No apologies are needed. I am happy to meet your approval.
Thank you, my lord.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellen blood are looked down upon in Esfrost, even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine. Gustadolf's full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them. They cruelly bully the girl endlessly, regardless of time or place.
Is this...
Dang, you were bullied, girl? I'm gonna treat you alright.
Of course it is. I know Frederica's suffering all too well. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters. But no more! I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds. And so I did my due research at the archives, that my grand invention shall blast our way forward!
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations, brought by traders from the realm over.
Yeah, well, a good crafted beer from all over the world is probably not a bad thing.
Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, do not partake would be an affront to our newfound allies.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony to usher in a new age of harmony and prosperity. I am too young to have known the war, so I see our three nations joining hands more as a matter of expedience. But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
Oh, what's random gonna pick for us? Last one. It is impossible to understand each nation's motivations. I can't say whether this bodes well. Ooh, sounding a little...
It is impossible to understand each nation's motivations.
Probably
I
true,
can't say
though.
whether this
There's
bodes
truth
well.
in that line.
Interesting. You are the first I've spoken to express such skepticism, and yet, you may see more clearly than most.
Like as not, it is a baseless worry.
No, probably not. We're talking about politics here.
It is a lord's place to worry. We may at last share a common goal, but our motivations differ. The future is murky, no matter how brightly some may try to paint it. My new cousin has the intuition of a leader, I see. Or perhaps you're simply a worrywart. In any event, it is always good to have another perspective on matters. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe we're on the cusp of a great achievement. As always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Old shoulders are frail, old minds stubborn. Whatever lies
Young
in our
minds
future,
drunk.
those who make it will mark their names in history. And mine will be written large for all to see.
I feel like we're not gonna be
I would write
friends.
yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at the mines once operations are underway, and I shall.
Dragan, are you quite all right?
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy. Perhaps I should just lie.
Oh dear God.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
He's a bad drunk.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and trueborn siblings.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces.
We're gonna kick their ass.
But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gazes to the future. Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do what I can.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of each other's burdens.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well. We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume his prattle.
Benedict. I thought I might find you here.
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors. As do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those.
Are you gonna die in a cemetery? That's kinda creepy.
My lord, I will call for a healer at once.
We have one in our party.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not. You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you. For our house, pray heed this old man's final order.
Certainly. I will live to serve your son until I breathe my last.
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy is in good hands. My old dear friend, long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
Think our dad's about to kick the bucket. All right. The name of that chapter is a little bit misleading. Two arms, brave warriors. We're not fighting nothing. Simon gathers the members of House Wolford to announce his abdication. Alright, let's advance the story some more. Hopefully we're gonna get to a battle some soon.
My beloved son, Serenoa, will oversee the matters of our house from this day forward. I expect you to serve him as dutifully as you served me.
Of course, Lord Simon.
I, my lord, our undying loyalty to House Wolford.
My son, listen well. A lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
Oh man. Okay, so I am to be wed, I have to win a tournament, I am to be a hero, and I have to take care of everybody. Jeez. That's...
Yes, Father.
That's a lot.
I shall keep those words close to my heart. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience. As Lord of House Wolford, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance from those more traveled than I. For my house and my people, I trust I can rely on you.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say you are more than ready to receive this.
Am I standing on a bear pelt?
The scales of conviction, a holy relic, said to be blessed by the deities of old.
Yeah, okay. So that's the kind of
It
the
was gifted to our
hidden
family
system
by
in
the
the
King of
choices.
Glenbrook. From this day on, I entrust it to you. However, it is of little use without these.
Coins. 7 of them.
Tokens.
Cool, I'm
of
gonna go get
conviction,
drunk.
Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls ahead. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always shall be.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
Very good. Now do your duty, my son.
We await your orders, my lord.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the first of many joyous occasions ahead of us.
For House Wolford!
Yeah, it must be sounding pretty good. You have a new ruler, you know.
And so the stewardship of House Wolffort passes from father to son. Lord Simon Wolffort, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young Serenoa.
So, you know, you come in a position of leadership and everything, and the first order that you give is, let's go have fun. You know, starts the reign pretty good, I would think.
With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon, the Wolfforts set forth to the Crown City. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolffort sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to show his worthiness.
Oh, we might get to fight. Yay.
So Lord Simon will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually. What wisdom has your father bestowed upon you?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Serenoa of House Wolffort, the crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, Your Majesty. I shall not disappoint.
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself? I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling son you are.
You would shame me. You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Dragan, you forget yourself.
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words, sister. Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolffort?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Serenoa Wolffort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Think we're gonna kick those asses as well.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
It's probably because you're hungover.
Those two, they were...
Thalis and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf. And my half-siblings.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for the sake of our grand endeavor.
Seems or end sounds unlikely. Just my personal opinion. Oh, Smithy is now... Alright, so let's take a look at this Smithy. First, we're gonna go ahead and save. So you can upgrade your weapons and unlock weapon abilities. Both of these sources require materials and coin. Huh. Each weapon has 3 ranks. Increasing the weapon's rank unlocks more powerful abilities for that weapon. Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Can acquire weapon abilities within the same rank in any order, but the later a skill is learned, the more materials it will require. Okay, also makes sense. For weapon abilities connected to another with an arrow icon, then they must be acquired in the order the arrow indicates. Weapon abilities contained within a box marked with OR cannot be active at the same time. However, once you have acquired either one, both become available and you may switch between them at no cost. I like no cost. Okay. Aha, okay. I see. Alright, so you require iron, you require timber and stone. You require fiber, you require stone, you require stone and iron, you require iron and stone. Right, I only have iron right now. Okay, so I can learn any of those, then the okay. Increases weapon potency by 5 to deal greater damage. That always sounds good. Okay. You're one of my damage dealers up front, so I think I'm gonna just go ahead and do the typical thing and give you more damage. Alright, and that's the only upgrade I can do right now. Alright, let's go ahead and save again. Maybe we'll get to fight someday. The festivities begin under the vigilant eyes of each nation's dignitaries. So there's a magnifying glass. I wonder if that means I'm gonna get to move around again.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian mines have commenced in earnest.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzant's salt and capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed. It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. We owe a debt of gratitude for all who have supported this grand venture. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor bear fruit. And House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be forever remembered by history. Let us raise our cups and toast to their health and happiness.
Lord Serrano is smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eridor. We have a job to do here, and the day has only begun.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin. Step forward, Sir Maxwell.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known defeat.
I would take the measure of this man.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much more entertaining event than my endless speeches.
Here, here!
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell, the champion of our previous challenge? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then, help yourselves to our hospitality and our wine.
Well, if I can wander around, I'm just gonna pillage your common folk.
Drink and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
Our time is nigh, Sarah Noah. Ah, but I forget myself. Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. But living up to the title will be no easy task.
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure. Unlike some of us.
Oh. Alright, so... the middle choice. This is no time for self-pity. A prince's subjects mustn't hear him talking that way.
This is no time for self-pity. A prince's subjects mustn't hear him talking that way.
Sarah Noah.
However, even the strongest of us have their moments of weakness. I hope to be there for you during yours. Whatever happens, we mustn't turn away from the difficulties ahead of us.
You're right, of course. A member of the royal family should not be so maudlin. Thank you for reminding me of that, my friend.
You two were quite the pair, aren't you?
Fast friends from the day we met. And you are?
Apologies for not introducing you sooner. This is Huette of the Kingsguard.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems to resent it. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, Lord Wolfort.
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about you. I can see he is in good hands.
I shall see that it is so, my lord.
Now let us begin our preparations. Today we take the field, and today
we claim victory.
Roland and Huguette. Now I know they pronounce it Huette, but that's a French name, and it is pronounced Huguette. The first A, well, both H's are silent. Roland's aptitudes in battle, a melee warrior with range. Yeah, we already used him, we know that. Now you get range arrow. Oh, she's an archer. I like archers. In many strategy games, they're my favorite units. In the Brigandine series, the archers are awesome. As greet our guests, it would also give me a chance to take the measure of my soon-to-be opponents. Alright, so let's save real quick. Now let's talk to people. Oh god, there's a lot of people to talk to. There's a kitty over here. Trying to spot sparklies. It feels like there should be a bunch around this big stump here. Alright, let's start talking. It is an honor to be allowed to fight by House Wolfort's side. I shall do my utmost to bring honor to you on the battlefield. Maybe I wanted to take a quick look here. Oh, she's on a bird. Alkbow. Okay, that's kind of cool. Does this increase damage inflicted to you by arrows? Okay, blinding arrow. Deal physical damage to an enemy, and I have a chance to blind them for 3 turns. Okay, and of course we have Roland the Spear Knight, which we have already seen. With you by my side, friend, I feel we could take on the entire realm. I dare say we may even give the Dawn Spear's first taste of defeat. Yeah, you're being a little too optimistic here. Right, nothing to be had over here. Ooh. The Bewitching Dancer. I understand your medal shall be on display at the tourney, my lord. May it leave an impression on all in attendance. Okay. Can I go? Oh, yeah. No complex. Just going in the fountain. Okay, probably gonna wait before I talk to you, and wait before I talk to you. I hear the Dawn Spear is returning to defend the title he won at the previous tourney. Let's hope he hasn't been resting on his laurels. Let us hope this tourney brings the same thrills as last year's. I won't soon forget the final bout between Lord Simon and the Dawn Spear. Height was a match for the histories. This is a shame Lord Simon won't be here to have another go at it. The sun is representing House Wolfort this year. I don't recall one so green can stand against the likes of the Dawn Spear, but I've seen Stranger Things. I've watched Stranger Things too. The new season is upcoming. Alright. Today I fight by Sir Maxwell's side. In the tourney, I could not envision a greater honor than this. May we cross swords, Lord Serenoa, and may the fight be one to remember. You must be Lord Wolfort. I am Patriarch of Al's Consar. By King Ragnar's grace, we were chosen above all others to attend this momentous ceremony. It is an honor, truly. All we have, we owe to our king. Let us continue to serve him as well as we can. Your first tourney as Lord of your house, eh? I knew the day would come, but it still brings tears to my eyes to see it. Always remember that Benedict and I are at your back, my lord. Come to us for whatever you need. That includes the tourney. You need someone in the dirt, my lord. I'm your man. Let's show him what stuff House Wolfort is made of. Lord Serenoa, are you... There you are. Benedict has been looking for you. I just talked to him. They're a sitting woman or man, for that matter, quite like Minister Lila. Beautiful, elegant, and brilliant. What I wouldn't give to serve under someone like her. What is it? Her new assistant is a strapping young researcher said to be well versed in ice magic. Ooh, I like ice magic usually. I know I shouldn't spend more time in my books instead of in the training yard. I very much like to see the skill of Minister Lila's new assistant for myself. Perhaps I will, and sooner rather than later. I have learned about the ice mage. You may view the knowledge you've amassed. Okay, that's cool. So I unlocked potential future responses by doing that. I heard Bloody Shield himself would be fighting on behalf of Aesfrost during this year's tourney. He's the captain of the Duchy's elite Orc Riders and a fierce Orc Shield himself. I look forward to seeing the man in action. I pass a group of soldiers clad in black armor on the way here. Are those Aesfrost's starry black irons? I mean to question any Aesfrosti I can about their archives. It is said that within the archive's countless tomes lies the answer to any and all questions that have ever been asked. You only need seek them out. House of Boundless Knowledge. That's certainly something I'd like to see with my own eyes. Cool, I've learned about the archives. From House Wolfort, yes, your reputation is formidable, to be sure, but Aesfrost military is second to none. Day and night we train, and I dare say even our rank and file would be a match for any other army's elite troops. Why, just the other day we managed to capture a particularly dangerous smuggler. He was swift as a horse and as deadly with a bow as any man alive. I even broke a bone in the process. Alright. The soldiers here are obedient, I'll give them that. I can't say the same for Aesfrost's military. For better or worse, in Aesfrost, we value freedom over all else. Those with the drive to succeed naturally rise to the top. Though your kingdom lords and ladies might view us as rabble of ambitious upstarts, we aren't beholden by tradition in Aesfrost. If you've ever any interest in seeing what true freedom looks like, you're welcome anytime. Country where one is judged by ability and not birth, it certainly has produced some formidable personage. I shall have to visit whenever time allows. Oh, those are the assholes. Cyrano Wolfort, how good to see you again so soon. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Talus Aesfrost. At your service. I suppose soon I shall be calling you my brother-in-law. This is quite a castle you have, full of history and great deeds. I hope that one day fate sees it fit to deliver me on one so grand. I suppose we haven't formally met yet. I'm Erica Aesfrost. Yes, Frederica is my sister, although I hardly think of her as such. This country is old, for the lack of a better word. I'm certain it will fit her sensibilities perfectly. Ugh, there's still a lot of people to talk to. Alright, let's talk to this dude here. Lord Cyrano, congratulations on your recent appointment. The news of Lord Simon's abdication was sudden, to be sure, but all lords must give up their position in time. Still, I am certain having that immense responsibility thrust upon you at such a young age must be trying indeed. If you ever require counsel or simply a sympathetic ear to bend, do not hesitate to call upon House Telior. Is it true that General Avlora will be taking the field in the tourney? The right hand of the Archduke, rivaled only by her lord in ferocity, I doubt she judges a friendly competition to be worthy of her abilities. So if she lives up to her reputation, then she wouldn't have to try hard to prove a match for even the mightiest warrior. And now I remember that I haven't talked to her. She's right over here. A predictable match with a predictable outcome. She didn't have a whole lot to say, apparently. Congratulations on your recent appointment as Lord. I am sure the entire realm will celebrate the occasion. Lord Simon has ever been a dear friend to us. Pray do not hesitate to come to us in times of need. You are the new Lord of House Wolfort. Yes, I have seen you from afar, but I believe this is the first time I've had the pleasure of speaking with you. You are now the common folk sing of your house's bravery during the Salt Iron War. However, I suspect it shan't be long before they sing of House Martial's deeds. Instead, I look forward to seeing you at the tourney, Lord Cyrano. You're joining the tourney with my brother, aren't you? Sir Maxwell has trained him since he was little. Roland could barely stand after they sparred, but even walks like the Dawnspear now. I'm so proud to have him as my brother. Oh, my apologies. Franny's always saying I let my emotions get the better of me. Please, keep my brother safe, will you? Yeah, if it's convenient for me. I'm Sorcery End, but I am sure you know that. I have the honor of being one of the Saintly Seven. The duties of a young lordling are many, but I trust you are more than capable. May this mine bring prosperity to us all. Such a massive endeavor is bound to be fraught with danger. If you or yours ever require medical treatment, pray visit the Ministry of Medicine. We are blessed with the finest medical minds in Northulia, but our facilities aren't open to just anyone. Mention my name, however, and every service shall be at your disposal. I read tell of the ministry. It said that even the most grievous wounds can be treated there. I'd very much like to see how such miracles are performed. Young Lord Wolford, thank you for the honor of including me among such esteemed company. Each face I see is more impressive than the last. Even members of the Saintly Seven have designed to step foot upon our shores. Of course, I have had many dealings with Izanti in the past. I am taken to understand all are equal in the eyes of their goddess, and even those not of noble birth can achieve prestigious stations. I intend to use this opportunity to avail myself of this famed equality, and perhaps win the ear of a saint in the process. Country where station is decided not by birth. I wasn't aware Izanti's goddess was so equitable in her judgment. With a wedding on the horizon, I imagine time must be a precious resource for you. Your life is on the cusp of great change, my young lord. Still, I pray you remain a faithful friend to my brother. He has his foibles, but I care for him all the same. Yeah, I thought I saw something here. Sleep, recovery, pellet times 2. Alright. After the prince, since he was scarcely old enough to hold a spear, I have a great interest in seeing his performance at the tourney. I would wish you good luck, but I would rather your skill carry you to victory. You carry your father's legacy on your shoulders, dear young lord. Eager am I to see how it fits you. Alright, so I think I have only her and my wife to be left to talk to, and then I have the exclamation marks. Stories of Minister Exarm's skill have reached even the lips of my servants. I very much look forward to learning the truth of these tales. Just in case, let's go ahead and save here. Talis and Herka. I wonder if those two would deign to participate in the tourney. Let's talk to her. Soon you will lead your first foray into battle, and Lady Frederica and I shall experience true combat for the first time. Do you have a stratagem in mind for the tourney? Yeah, I get hurt, you heal me. How about that? That sounds like a pretty good stratagem. Yeah, last one. You handle yourselves admirably when the bandits attacked. I expect your magic will be key to our victory. Oh yeah. Is that so, my lord? To tell the truth, I hadn't anticipated such a response, but thank you for the flattery nonetheless. I was being sincere. I have faith in all my allies, else we would not be fighting together. Your honesty is refreshing indeed. I am not so nervous as I was a moment before. I shall do my best to answer your every expectation. Lady Frederica and I shall prove ourselves worthy to fight alongside you. Everybody just wants to please me. Where's the challenge? Alright, Benedict. My lord, before the tourney begins, I would like to ask you a single question. To what end do you believe this contest is being held? Shit, I don't know. That's why I'm rolling a die. It's a chance for our three nations to gather and celebrate. Although the battles may be bloodless, victory is sweet all the same. The truth is more complex, and how dare you disapprove of what I have to say? You are here to serve me. The tourney is a stage on which each nation will display its martial prowess, while also taking a measure of others. I see. Although we aren't at war, we still must find ways to prove our mettle. Indeed, I advise you to treat this as seriously as you would war itself. I've been everywhere. I try to keep my eyes peeled for shinies. Hopefully I didn't miss any. Alright, let's go ahead and save. And we are ready to end the exploration. Alright, the tourney is about to start. That means we get to battle soon, I think. Hopefully. Yeah. I love how the recommended level is always higher than my level so far. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my microphone. I'll be right back. I'm going to be just a few here before I jump into battle. Sorry about that. Alright, let's participate in the tournament. Hopefully I don't do too bad. We've been waiting a long time to get to this part.
The combatants have arrived, and the stage has been set. Let us introduce the champions who will fight for the glory of their nations. Fighting for the honor of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, General Avlora. Fighting for the honor of the Holy State of Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshal. Fighting for the honor of the Holy State of Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshal. fighting for the honor of the Kingdom of Glenbrook, House Wolfort. And last but not least, the victor of our previous tourney, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear.
Hurrah! Hurrah! The Wolfort Lordling is here in his father's stead, I see.
Lord Simon's heroics on the battlefield are the stuff of legend. A pity I couldn't match swords with him today.
You will match swords with me. I promise to make it every bit as exhilarating as Father would.
You have his spirit, if nothing else.
Indeed. I look forward to crossing swords with you.
The combatants have assembled. Now, let the battles begin. I shall announce our first pairing as chosen by lots. Minister Exham and Lord Wolfort, make ready for combat.
No, I'm ready, all right. During battle preparation, you can survey the battlefield, place unit, and even return to the encampment. Wow, okay. Decimate the enemy's forces. Yeah, I don't have anything worth going back to the encampment for. You can change the initial placement of your units before battle begins. I think I want to do it like this. Maybe. So what do they have here? A rogue, pikeman, sorcerer, level 4. Alright, we're all level 2. They have some level 4 guys, so that's not gonna be easy. We're all out, right? Yeah. Well, let's do this.
Gentle, my lords. I'm not as strapping as once I was.
Hey, you're level 4, man. I'm level 2. You're probably gonna kick my ass.
I expect no quarter from you, Prince Roland, nor from you, Lord Serenoa. Show us the swordplay your house is so famous for.
They're two of Hyzant's most famed generals. We'll have no room for mistakes.
Then we shall make none. Now, let us show the realm the mettle of the new generation. For honor and glory!
My turn.
My turn.
Alright, so weak means that I'm going to deal extra damage. Now, some games do it reverse, like weak means you're going to hit like shit. So, it's kind of nice to know. And yes, I usually am relatively cautious, unless I'm playing Final Fantasy Tactics, because I know that game pretty well.
Good try.
Time to take flight. Darkness engulfs you.
Alright, status changes are denoted with an icon and a turn counter. Okay, easy enough. Sleep, immobility, okay, blindness, fury, Alright, so all stuff that we're used to, they may have different names in different games, but it's pretty much standard stuff. Auto revive, okay, regen, invincible, okay, take cover, okay, fire counter this fire damage to an adjacent enemy using a physical attack. Okay.
Defeat is not an option.
Dang, I didn't even get to move. I think that she's the one that I want to boost. I want for her fire spells to deal more damage.
Come at me.
Yeah.
To battle, I suppose.
Okay, you have a short sword, so you're not a... I don't think you're a caster. What's the range on that eel? Oh, it's pretty good. Good, so I'm gonna just come here.
Your wounds are deep.
I need for this guy to soak damage. That's his sole purpose. So
Let me show you what I've learned. Flames, heed my call.
ow.
Time to work.
Victory is within reach.
Another.
Alright, and now I get to attack again. I think I'm gonna like that rogue. Kudos. Certain maneuvers will award you kudos, which can be traded for valuable items at the encampment sundry shop. The sundry shop is not available in the early stages of the story. I like stuff.
It ends here.
You are not worthy of my time.
Oh, crap. Ooh.
I see on every open. There's no joy in an easy victory.
Alright, we're starting to take damage.
From this range.
Forward.
Okay, so I took damage. Quite a bit, actually.
That hit the mark.
Just die already!
Let us pry out their weakness. It is time to strike.
Splendid. Impossible.
Oh dear God.
Now then.
I'm gonna die.
I've been waiting for this. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Let me heal your wounds.
Yeah. Let's heal the wounds, shall we? Okay, those were the two that needed it the most.
Tides are turning.
Allow me. With the powers in me.
Ow.
Your orders?
Sound strike.
I struck true.
Victory is within reach.
Follow my lead.
Oh, he still has like 1 hit point.
For victory.
He has 1 hit point. I hate to use a turn for that,
From no
but
danger.
it is what it is.
You are not worthy of my time.
Oh,
Your life
going
must
for my
There's no joy in an easy
going for my healer. Ooh,
Frederica. Time to take flight.
yeah, that's not good. I just lost my healer. Alright.
Darkness engulfs you. This battle is won.
I struck true.
Forward. Wait your turn. Ha-ha!
Follow my lead.
My skills grow sharper.
I see the threads of battle more clearly.
You fight admirably, but you will not claim victory so easily.
Yeah, maybe not without a healer.
The numbers are few, but they are fierce. Stay focused and drive them back.
I shall try my level best.
Nice physical defense. Yeah. Okay.
Let
defenses.
Splendid. How shall I destroy you?
Oh, I'm
I'll
sleepy.
take you on.
Okay, which one is your back? Okay.
Hurts, don't it?
Follow my lead.
I will end this. Take this.
I will remember this.
My turn.
Oh, so I'm dealing good damage on you.
Did you see that? Die already!
Shall we begin?
Oh, I'm gonna lose my bride to be. I'm a terrible, terrible person.
From this range.
I'm gonna learn to be better at protecting my mages.
From where shall we strike? I need this.
Let us pry out their weakness. A brief respite.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
the
take
crit
you
wasn't
on.
too hard.
Yes.
We will.
Hey, it's pretty hard. I like it.
You're wide open. Hurts, don't it?
This will prove useful.
I love the battle. You're wide open. Gotcha. I won't lose. My lance strikes true. Just die already. Hurts, don't it?
Shall we begin?
Your lifeblood shall paint my sword.
Time to take flight. From this range.
You brute.
This battle is won.
Follow my lead.
Ah, they didn't hit very hard on the follow-up
Forward.
attack.
Wait your turn.
I see a path to victory. Your defense is weak.
Too slow.
Oh, didn't put me to sleep though.
My turn.
Goddess,
That guy is
I
tough.
thank you for your blessing this day. A worthy foe is a glorious gift indeed.
You find the goddess in odd places, Exam. This trifling tourney will bring Hyzant neither riches nor glory.
The goddess works in myriad ways, Minister Sorsley. You would do well to keep your eyes attuned.
You brute!
Victory is within reach.
Did you just call me a brute?
You won't beat me!
We win.
You brute!
I asked for no quarter. You did not disappoint. Perhaps one day we can fight as allies.
Maybe.
Minister Sorsley, I leave the rest in your capable hands.
Yeah, Minister Sorsley is not doing too good either. I thought it was in his back. It was hard to see with the blindness effect.
I can fight no further.
I won, but I'm disappointed that I couldn't protect my mages better. It's a learning experience. Ooh, I got me an HP ring.
To think they'd get the better of us.
Your father taught you well. You wield that great sword with skill beyond your years.
It's not a great sword, it's a long sword.
Well fought. The day is yours.
Victory goes to House Wolford! Our next bout shall be between General Avlora and Sir Maxwell. May glory go to the victor.
Stand back. This one is mine.
Very well. I accept your challenge. Whoever taught you, they taught you well. Though something tells me you surpassed your teacher long ago. Your defense is formidable.
As is yours. I yield.
Victory goes to Sir Maxwell.
Well, I guess we're gonna be facing him in the final.
My hand. I can't feel it. So that was General Avlora. I pray never to meet her on the battlefield. There will be no quarter given today, young lord of House Wolfort.
I would expect nothing less.
Oh, I don't get to fight this battle, I guess. Did he kill me? Oh, it looks like I got my ass kicked.
Where am I?
Ah, you're awake. And none the worse worse for wear, considering the blow you took from Sir Maxwell.
He was too strong for us in the end.
Today, yes. But let us keep at our training. One day, the students will surpass their master.
Yeah, when they're too old to hold a sword.
Let us work hard for that day, my friend.
To arms, brave warriors completed. Yes, I will save my game. And I think we're at a good stopping point. So yeah, that was a lot of storytelling, a lot of NPC talking, a lot of me using voices, and in the end just a little bit of fighting. A little disappointed that I couldn't save my 2 mages, so we'll see what happens with that. So I'm going to go ahead and take another break. The goal is to come back a little bit later and quite possibly advance some more. So as usual, I want to thank you for tuning in and staying with me through all of that, storytelling and everything. If you're catching this on YouTube and somehow you made it that far and that you liked the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you folks next time. Thank you.